I like to think that my digital identity is only a snapshot of my real-world self. Online, I display my likes of trucks, animals, and personal improvements. Though I embody these in person as well, this is not my whole self. You cannot hear my laugh or my funny southern accent through sayings on Facebook. You merely read the words for yourself. But these snapshots help us to further shape our greater picture. Technology allows us to gain acceptance for displaying different aspects of the things that we desire. I like to read blogs every now and then. Sometimes they really speak to me. When I like one enough, I post the link on Facebook. Though I know very few people will like it, I hope a few people will at least read it. I read one blog by Tim Raynor, who wrote about Peggy Ornstein's digital identity, saying, "She did everything she could to amplify her virtues and present herself just so in order to make her life seem more newsworthy." It's true, some people will read the blog's title and think that I have a better understanding of my personal ethics. But they are not me, and they are not with me having a conversation about the blog. They will take the blog and interpret it in their own way. Maybe it will say something to them about me, or maybe it will say something to them about themselves. In this way, technology governs, influences, and shapes our identity. But Raynor points out, it's hard to be yourself, be your own person, when you are constantly focusing on growing portions of yourself that other people like. And in her TED Talk, Sherry Turkle further explains, on Twitter or Facebook, you're trying to express something real about who you are. But because you're also creating something for others' consumption, you find yourself imagining and playing with your audience more and more. So those moments in which you're supposed to be showing your true self become a performance. Your psychology becomes a performance. I, of course, liked Turkle's statement so much that I found it newsworthy enough to post on Facebook. Switching gears a bit, I want to share a conversation I had with my brother a little over a month ago. He lives in New Hampshire. I live in North Carolina. We're separated by 700 miles, but we continuously talk over texting and Snapchat. Every once in a while, we call each other and have a short conversation. He's a mechanic, and thus posts several pictures of trucks, old and new, throughout the day. Many of these photos have women in them. What he posts is always on my newsfeed, as he and I share things on each other's walls all the time. One day, I had had enough. I told him to stop displaying women all over his Facebook and that I didn't want to see it every day. Then I thought to myself, did I just say every day? Instead of talking to these people in real life about their lives, I have to find out things on Facebook. I open the site multiple times a day to find out what people are up to and to share in others' enjoyment. My digital identity has taken up residence right next to my real-world self. Online, my identity is a performance of all the newsworthy moments in my life and the ability to share in others' newsworthy moments. In reality, I never even talk to 3/4 of the people I'm friends with on Facebook. I don't know what their lives are like outside the digital world, and they certainly don't know what mine is like. All we know is that we like certain things in public, and we believe those things define who we are. But how we see ourselves and how other people see us are two totally different things. Sherry Turkle's TED Talk was a wake-up call for me. I realized my cell phone is a tool that makes connecting with each other easier and quicker. But today, this tool has taken over our society. Sherry states that we're letting it take us places that we really don't want to go. Abadasar explained that nature is stronger than all man-made technology, and yet our devices matter to us right up there next to food and shelter. Our technology is literally in competition with our present. That is why, this month, I have decided to try an experiment of my own. I'm boycotting texting, in all its forms. When you text me, you'll simply receive an auto-reply stating, "Boycotting texting till the end of April. I'd love to hear your voice. Call me. Be present in the present." I, of course, ended this message with a smiley emoji, so people will understand that I'm not mad or upset. It's now April 3rd, and I have been 3 days text-free. I honestly can say that's a little bit more difficult than I would have expected. I live alone with my 2 dogs, and I have a fair amount of free time. As Turkle says, I'm trying to cultivate my capacity for solitude, my ability to be separate and to gather myself. I'm trying to grow myself as I am, and the solitude will hopefully allow me to find myself so that I can reach out to other people and form real attachments. My best friend's birthday is today. Easter is Sunday. My birthday is next week. I hope everyone who texts me decides to call instead, but let's be real, not many people have time for that. Not only will they inquire about the auto reply, which will give me a chance to enlighten them, but I'll also get to hear their voices and catch up on all the stuff that I've missed. I will get to hear them stumble over their words and speak quickly through their excitement. I will get to hear them for who they are, and not the texts that they send with edited mistakes and deleted context. Will you try it? For a day, a week, or even a month? No texting, not on Facebook, not on Snapchat, not on Messenger. Communicate with people using your voice, verbally. Enjoy each other in the real world, and be present in your present.